So today we are discussing about another interview question that was asked in Amazon front-end interview question. So that question is to write a Promisify function. So basically Promisify function is something very similar to promise function, but it gets wrapped with a regular function, and we use regular functions callback capabilities. So based on the callbacks error or data, our promise will be resolving or rejecting. So it will be having like Promisify function will be having like kind of two knives capability, right? So one is with the promises and another one is with the callbacks. So let me show you like how we actually use it. For example, so here, for example, I am going to write this Promisify function. Okay, so it's almost like kind of a higher order function. So where, for example, I have this getSum function. So for example, I'm taking a simple example with a simple function called getSum. Ideally, so this will be having some heavy duty operations, and where if this might be delayed, so something like that kind of heavy duty function that we'll give into the Promisify, because we want to use both callback and promise capabilities. So here we're going to take two parameters and one callback. So for example, here I am writing a simple code. Okay, for example, ARB are not present. I am passing a error. Okay, so I'm passing an error saying missing parameters. Okay, if both A and B are present for the same callback, I am going to pass the sum. So this callback is very much important, because this getSum function, like any regular functions callback, we are using the capabilities of this callback, because this function is going to wait for that. Now we are going to mix this getSum's callback with a promise. Okay, so let's write that Promisify function. Okay, so this Promisify function takes a function. So this function is getSum, right? And then here, as we are mixing both promise and function, so we are going to return a function. Okay, so basically this will have the arguments. Okay, so these arguments like will have the data, then inside that we are going to return a promise. Okay, so now here we are defining this callback, whatever the callback that is coming. So here how we are defining. So basically this callback will have either error or data, right? So if it is an error, then we will reject this promise. So this is the place where actually we are mixing our callback capabilities and also promise capabilities. If there is no error, we are going to resolve it with the data. So okay, so we have this callback where we are mixing callback capabilities and promise. So now how we are going to attach our callback with this function. So here we have many ways to attach, but here we will call the first parameter will be this context, and then it will be having the args, and the final one will be the callback. Okay, so here we have written the result. So where we have implemented this callback capability, and we have mixed both callback features and also the promise features. Now let's call this Promisify function. Okay, here I am passing two parameters. Okay, so it's 10, and I'm okay, so here we have added the catch, okay, because as we are handling our catch here, so here we have added the catch and it has returned the file. So this is how we write the Promisify function. So this question is asked in